Hello survivors and welcome to another video. In today's video we are playing a slamtastic build, something that I think a lot of people sleep on in terms of skill archetype, and that is the slam skills. But let's get straight into it. The bread and butter of it is going to be the runes. I'm going to be running a lot of the runes that I love. We got multicast mastery, versatile strength, critical mastery and Lord's Bane. And then for the top we have Slam Inclination, Unconventional Start, and Skill Mastery Slam. Now if you don't have all of these skills, the Frozen Warhammer, Purging Slam, Shockwave Totem, and Staggering Blow, you are going to have to play a bit on the Elementalist, the Legionnaire, as well as the Paladin. Now for the Purging Slam you need the Legionnaire's third weapon, Staggering Blow is the Paladin's fourth weapon, and Frozen Warhammer is the first unique skill for the Elementalist, so you need him at prestige like 20 or 10 or 20 and you'll unlock it. For the rest of the build we are going to be looking at grabbing ourselves a Blade Storm so that we can apply all of the slow as well as poison stacks for the Frozen Warhammer and the Purging Slam, and then we are also going to be running Thunderclap because it is the last slam skill which is available on nearly every single character, and it is a really fantastic skill. But let's get straight into it. We are going to be doing just a standard Curse 7 run, and I'll show you at the end of the run just how far we land up getting in this build running this as our skills. So first we get Frozen Warhammer. We can lock for Purging Slam, just so we do get it, but it's not going to be doing a lot of damage in the very beginning. Even Frozen Warhammer in the very beginning, it's probably a little bit better to try and see if you're able to retry or restart and get something like the Shockwave Totem. It is just a little bit of a stronger starting skill than all the others, or even something like Blade Storm if you're super lucky to find it in the very beginning with unconventional starts. We're just going to kill these little monsters and get ourselves up and running a little bit better. Again, we do get the Purging Slam off the bat. We do like the Venomous, but we need the Purging Slam first. So we will be stacking as much Touch of Ice as well as much Venomous as humanly possible, because the more stacks that we get of those, the stronger we are going to get. Now, Lord's Bane is actually meant for Overlord cycles, so we do want to try and, push this build as far as possible. I will show you again at the end of the run how far we managed to push this. And the reason we use Assassin is because of his Ascension. I've just really been enjoying playing him recently. There are so many builds that I can make with the Assassin, singular focus builds, just any type of build. They seem to work really well on him, and that's because of his Assassination Ascension, where we get so many different skills from them. So here we've got Staggering Blow and Thunderclap. That is fantastic. Take them both, and we've got 4 out of our 6 skills. Once we land up getting Shockwave Totem, then we don't have any more slam skills, so you don't even have to worry about the Slam Inclination. You're not going to find more skills out there. We don't want cast frequency for Purging Slam. We want it to be as long as possible, but as you can see it's already a 2.3 second cooldown, so we are going to have to just wait on that. Not wait on it, we are going to have to just work with that and hope and pray that we get enough poison before the 2 seconds is up, or whatever the case may be. So we really do need a lot of Venomous, but we do have the loadout that we were looking for. As you could see, very easy to get. We're going to grab Venomous. Again, it is going to be something that we want to grab over absolutely everything. And then because there are slam as well as melee skills, we do want to grab Expansives because we want to have as much AoE on them as possible, so that we can hit as many enemies with it as possible over there as well. And then I think that the amount that we've got over here with regards to cooldowns is actually fine. Again, we don't really want too high of a cooldown because we don't want Purging Slam to go off more than necessary. And then there is a nice Touch of Ice for us as well. So pretty much set. Now it's just about stacking everything so that we can get the most amount of damage. But you'll see by the end of the run, it's probably going to be a thunderclap doing the most amount of damage, and that is because the other skills actually work a lot better the further you go into the cycles, or into like your endless or your overlord cycles. They will land up shining a lot more. And again, as mentioned earlier, we will just show you exactly how all of that, what I mean by this, and just how much further ahead those skills pull in comparison to our Shockwave Totem or Thunderclap. Just giving you an idea of how good stacking abilities are actually in this game, and that you should try and at least always have 1 or 2 in a build, unless you're doing some freaky stuff like I usually do. Alright, so let's go and grab as much of everything as possible. Damage for slam, that's fantastic. We've got an expansive over there. There's a venomous. And then we're just going to grab things that I think will be really, really good. I really want this, but at the same time I don't. But I think grabbing one won't hurt too badly. Damage increase for absolutely everything, and then some crit over there. One of the biggest things that you do need to try and work on in the beginning is going to be area of effect, because you don't really want to have to be close to enemies when you are playing skills like this. The closer you are, the more dangerous it is, especially on higher levels. And then we grab that, as you can see, 2.1 second cooldown. I think 2 seconds is fine, but let's just keep going and seeing where we can get with this. We do have versatile strength, so grabbing skills that we don't already have is going to be helpful as well for increasing the amount of damage we do. So if you see me grab a random armor or block chance node and you're like, well, why did you do that, Broken? It's because of versatile strength. Okay, killing the bosses, pretty simple, pretty easy. The build itself, just because of the way that it is a stacking build right now in terms of speed for Curse 7, it actually isn't too strong. However, that does change a lot further down the line, like we mentioned, because of the way that these stacking builds actually work. We can grab some of that. Some damage increase for frontal is also fantastic, but again, we do want as much area of effect, which we don't seem to be getting quite a lot of. We are getting a lot of venomous, which is fantastic, and we are grabbing quite a bit of damage upgrades, which is also fantastic and wanted for slam, but it would be nice if we could get an area of effect for physical or area of effect for slam as well anytime soon. But again, because this is something that you can then run into your overlord cycles with, you don't necessarily have to worry about that on the first cycle. You can always get them the further on into the game that you run the actual build. So this is just a demonstration in Curse 7, just so you can see that the build does work, and then you can push it to as far as you can. I think I got to about to Overlord 6 or 7, and again, like mentioned in the beginning, that's something we'll take a look at the end. Alright, so 3 of the bosses are done. There's another touch of ice for us. We don't want the relentlesses as much as possible. There's a multicast and a touch of ice, so we're going to grab them both. There's a nice expansive, a nice little multicast on the Blade Storm as well, going to help us proc as much slow as well as much poison as possible. Now, if you wanted to focus on just one of those skills, you can do that as well. So let's say if you wanted like Purging Slam to do a whack ton of damage, there will be a build, you know, that you can do where you're just focusing on poison and rot damage, and then it's going to deal the most amount of damage humanly possible, because you're going to have a massive amount of rot or poison. Now, there is actually a build that I can think of on top of my mind, and maybe we will do that for you guys tomorrow. If you know that's something you'd like to see, you can let me know down in the comments section. If you'd like to see a Purging Slam rot build, you know, I've got an idea of who as a character to use and where we're going to go with that build per se. So let me know down in the comment section if that's something you would like to see. We can go for some more crit over here. We can go for more area of effect on the Blade Storm, because we do want the Blade Storm to have the most area of effect, because then it can apply the slow and poison before all the other skills land up hitting them. Another way to get the most amount of damage out of the skills is to actually not play with auto aim. I play with auto aim so the skills automatically shoot at the enemies, but if you turn auto aim off, you can actually like sit in the corner, make your abilities shoot at the wall until you're happy with the amount of poison stacks that you have, and then it's going to hit the enemies really hard, because that's just how the skill works. So that's one way of doing it. You can get to like 1,000 stacks of poison, then turn around and hit the enemy, or you could just leave auto aim on and you'll still do a whack ton of damage. I mean, you can see there already, look how quickly it melts the bosses, and it's just insanely strong. So that was it. 6 minute 23, not too bad in terms of Curse 7. Again, as you go further into the cycles, you will end up killing bosses even faster than that. Purging Slam dealing a whack ton of damage, but we will show you when I was doing this, going previously to see if it does actually work and things like that. It did actually do an insane amount of damage. So there it is over there. We got to Overlord 6, and you can see Purging Slam dealing the most amount of damage, Frozen Warhammer, Staggering Blow, and then Thunderclap. And the one thing is, I didn't even use Lord's Bane. I didn't think I was going to go into the Overlord cycle modes as far as I went, so we ran Sacrificed Growth. Lord's Bane will be a lot better, again, because you're going to be fighting a lot of the bosses. And that wasn't Curse 7, it was Curse Intensity 18, but as you could see, you clearly destroy Curse 7 bosses and enemies with this as well. So I hope you guys enjoyed the video. Please remember to like, comment, and subscribe for more videos like this in the future. And always remember, keep safe, survivors. Until next time, cheers.